Crema. Africa, meaning Creative Minds, Active Hands, is a youth empowerment organization founded in 2018 by the visionary leader, Lady Reza. What started as a small public speaking school organizing seminars once or twice a year has grown into a powerful movement that now hosts weekly seminars at the Chariot Auditorium, gathering over 500 youths from Bue, Tiko, Mutenjine, Limbe, Kumba, Douala, even Yawande. Crema. Africa is committed to raising intentional youths and global change makers by helping young people discover their purpose and equipping them with practical 21st century skills such as public speaking, technology, creativity, emotional intelligence, leadership and problem solving through its three major programs: Life After University Seminar, Upgrade Seminars, and Wisdom Room Seminars. The organization has empowered more than 20,000 youths, provided job opportunities to many, and offered free skill acquisition trainings in areas such as business, tech, public speaking, and beauty skills. Crema. Africa envisions a world where every young person is confident, purpose-driven, equipped with relevant skills, and ready to create positive change in society. Today, Crema. Africa stands as a symbol of transformation, leadership, and opportunity for youths in Cameroon and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in celebrating the incredible impact of Crema Africa, raising creative minds and activating hands for a better future. Creative mind, active hands. Be the change you want to see.
My name is Becky Bonnet. I'm one of the directors of Crema Africa. On behalf of Crema Africa and our founder, Lady Reza, today I would like to give you a brief summary of the different programs we are actually organizing in Crema Africa. Firstly, I would like you to know that Crema Africa is not like any other event or organization, but here we are a movement committed to consistent youth empowerment, leadership development, and capacity building across Cameroon and beyond. One of our major seminar or programs is called the Upgrade Seminar. The Upgrade Seminar is a powerful empowerment and leadership-focused program designed to challenge mindset, build capacity, and raise intentional leaders. From now on, all the past seminars that we have actually hosted, we've been able to organize 15 big and successful upgrade seminars. Could we please clap for Crema Africa? Thank you. The next program that we actually organized is called the Wisdom Room program, which you're actually attending today. The Wisdom Room program actually hosts every Sunday, 3 p.m. at Chariot Main Banquet Hall. At the Wisdom Room, it goes beyond teachings and training. It is an intentional design place to actually build a community of winners. Also, so far we have organized 32 editions of the Wisdom Room seminar. Could you please clap for it? Thank you. And lastly, one of our very big programs is called the Life After University Seminar. This program actually holds once or twice a year, where we mainly work on helping youth and students, including graduates, understand the realities, expectations, and demand of life after university. In summary, Crema Africa has organized hundreds of programs across the 6 years of youth empowerment. And over the 6 years, we've been able to empower over 10,000 youths across Cameroon. Could we please clap for Crema Africa? Thank you. If you would love to join the community, please, you could easily get to me, or you could easily write your name and your number at the door at the end of the program. Let me be the first to officially welcome you to those who are about to join our community. Welcome to Crema Africa community. Thank you.
Welcome to Western Ribbon Room. Welcome to Western Room. Western Room, Western Room. A place to be. Western Room. Home of wisdom, Western Room. Oh, yes,
Hello.
Western Room. Oh,
Hello.
Western Room.
We look like we are hungry. Are we hungry? Just smile. We are hungry. Turn to your neighbor on the left and on the right. Smile at them. Just relax. You're in an atmosphere of growth. You shouldn't be frightened. You should be happy and excited. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to Wisdom Room Seminar 33rd edition. Please, can you put your hands together and make some noise? Thank you. I'm called Precious Daniel. I'm one of the directors at Crema Africa. And today, I'm here to briefly talk to you all about the volunteering process at Crema Africa. But before I do that, permit me to share with you my story for 2 minutes. 5 years ago, I came to Boya. I was confused. I was so talented, but I was everywhere. I knew there was so much in me. I knew that there was so much in me that I couldn't just sit back and allow the pressures of my community control me. I started searching for where I could belong to. I started looking for an organization where I could serve. But searching around Boya, I didn't see anyone yet. Then I managed to attend a program where Lady Visa was teaching, my mentor today. And after listening to her, everything about her resonated differently. Her teachings brought me up on feet and made me understand that there is more to life than just living daily. And today, many people say that volunteerism is you helping an organization. That's the mentality behind volunteerism that more than 90% of youths in Cameroon uphold. But I was able to defy that status quo. And you're seeing a 21-year-old girl that has done a lot. They say when you get to volunteer in an organization, it's going to affect your result. You're not going to see progress in your result. But with the help of my mentor, Lady Visa, impacting lives and still studying hard, I was able to graduate as the best graduating student with a first-class degree. And together with my mentor, we've been transforming lives, impacting everybody. Why did I decide to share this story with you? Because I know you're here today, and me telling you about the volunteering opportunity is just like another song. But I want you to see it as an opportunity that is going to shape your life, both educationally, academically, career-wise, spiritual-wise, and every other level of your life you think of. Today, we are open for volunteerism. Crema Africa is a youth empowerment organization that stands for Creative Minds, Active Hands, and it has been existing for 6 years today. So far, we've impacted thousands of youth in different parts of the country. Many youth have gained clarity of their purpose. Many youth have started businesses today. Many youth have gained direction, all thanks to Crema Africa. And we've realized that you can be in Boya, come and study for 3 years, and you feel like 3 years is too much. But before you know it, within the twinkle of an eye, you're done with school. No impact, no network, you've joined no community, no change in your life, and you're going back home with just a degree, a piece of paper. We understand the pressures that are here, especially in Boya. That's why we're opening our volunteering opportunities for you. If you feel like there's more in you, if you feel like you're just living a normal life and You want to impact lives. You're passionate about transforming the lives of people. You're passionate about creating impact in the life of others. You don't just want to sit every day, wake up, go to school, and get back home. Then Crema Africa is not one of the organizations you should join. Crema Africa is that community that you should be part of. We are so excited. We are going to be so, so happy to have each and every one of you join us so we can do bigger things for our country. We can create bigger impact for Cameroon. We can create bigger impact for Africa. And together, we can change the world. The volunteering process at Crema Africa is so simple. If you want to be a volunteer, you can walk up to me after the seminar today or visit our table outside, give out your name and your number. Immediately after the seminar, you're going to be contacted. And we'll reach out to you. Immediately after that, you're going to be placed under a director. At Crema Africa, we operate in teams, and each team is being headed by a director. A director who is going to hold your hand, who is going to teach you, tell you everything you need to know about Crema Africa, and show you the way. Thank you so much for listening to me. I pray that after this seminar, we're going to have you, the neighbor seated on the left, the neighbor seated on the right, to join us as volunteers. Thank you, and do well to enjoy the rest of your stay here.
Once more, you all are welcome to Wisdom 33rd edition. Right now, we are just going to have the listeners come up stage for the Crema Anthem and the chant. Please put your hands together for them as they stand. The Crema Anthem is more than just a word. It is a declaration of our value, commitment to purpose and impact. As we sing, let every line remind us of why we are here, what we stand for as history makers. In honor of the anthem and what it represents, please may we all rise. Thank you. Lord, we ask for grace to change our nation. We ask for grace to change Africa. We ask for grace to change young lives for youth at a time. We are Crema Africa. Lord, we ask for grace to change our nation. We ask for grace to change Africa. We ask for grace to change young lives for youth at a time. We are Crema Africa. Inspiring African song.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Domo Fanuela, and I'm one of the directors of Crema Africa. While we remain standing, I'm going to lead us for the Crema Church. The Crema Church is not just something we recite, but it's a reflection of who we are, what we believe in, and what we stand for. So I call upon you this moment, not just to repeat the Crema Church, but to repeat it with boldness and an understanding of every word. Thank you. It's going to be displayed on the screen, so just look at the screen. It says, I am a light. I am a light. I was not born to be hidden. I was born to shine. I will never be small. I will never be small. Greatness is already in me. By default. By design. By destiny. My voice matters. My story matters. My life is a solution to someone's problem. My life is a solution to someone's problem. I know who I am. I am a voice to the voiceless. I am a voice to nations. I am a light in dark places. I am a fire in cold rooms. The world would hear me. I will rise. I will speak. I will lead. Let the earth make room. Let the earth make room. Because here I come. Let the earth make room. Because here I come. Thank you all so much. You can have your beautiful seat.
I've left to be. Oh, more wisdom,
Can we put our hands together?
Oh, yeah,
The CS team has to step down. If you're having a good time so far, can you just wave? Let me see.
Welcome to
Wave. Now turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, are you having a good time? Did your neighbor respond? Now you respond to your neighbor. Say, yes, I'm having a good time. Now smile at that neighbor. Smile at that neighbor. Make sure your neighbor sees your fangs. I'm Coach Arnold. I'm one of the directors at Crema Africa. And for the next few minutes, we will be having a brief networking session. So the networking session is all about you leaving your beautiful seat, walk up to one handsome guy and a beautiful lady and say, hi, my name is this, and I'm a student. And you tell the neighbor, that person, everything about you, even if you're married or not. So we'll have a music interlude as we do that. So I'll need you to leave your seat from here, from there. Even the volunteers team will join in the activity. Can we do that? If you can do that, say yes. Say yes. So music, please. Not expected to sit down. Please leave your seat. Walk up to somebody and tell the person hi.
Welcome to Istanbul. Welcome to Istanbul. Istanbul. I've left to be. Home of wisdom, Istanbul. Oh yeah, Istanbul. Oh, Istanbul. Oh,
You can also tell the person who you'll become in the next 5 years.
welcome to Istanbul. Crema Africa. Istanbul.
If you will be one of the richest persons in the country, feel free to tell the person.
House full of Istanbul.
We have 2 minutes
Istanbul, oh Istanbul, Istanbul. Istanbul, Istanbul, I'm blessed to be.
Please have a seat.
Home of wisdom, Istanbul, oh yeah.
Please take your beautiful seats.
Oh Istanbul, oh Istanbul, Istanbul.
You can continue after the session, but for now, please have a seat.
Welcome to Istanbul, Istanbul, Istanbul. I'm blessed to be Istanbul, home of wisdom, Istanbul, oh yeah, Istanbul.
How was the session?
Oh Istanbul,
Was good?
oh Istanbul,
Alright.
Istanbul.
I'll pick one or two persons and you get to tell us who you spoke to. So I'll close my eyes and I'll pick the guy putting on the black shirt with the white collar. Sir, please, can you stand? Yeah, you. Yes, sir. Can someone get him the mic, please? So you stand, you tell us your name, tell us a little thing about you, and you get to tell us who you spoke with. That's a mic.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm William Jay-Z. I school in FHS, third year medical student. So I spoke with Daila.
Daira, can you wave, let everybody see you? Okay, tell us something about Daira.
She's in UB,
Okay,
first year.
okay. Is that all?
Yeah.
She's just a student, she does nothing outside school.
I didn't ask her.
All right, thank you. Give her the mic and you can ask her now. All right, the real magic guy. Please, can you stand? Yes, sir, you. Yes. So, sir, you tell us your name, tell us what you do, and who you got to speak with.
My name is Papa David.
David?
Welcome to Western Ribbon Room.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Istanbul, Istanbul, Istanbul. I'm blessed to be Istanbul, home of wisdom, Istanbul, oh yeah, Istanbul.
All right, what do you know about Precious?
I do not know to find out.
All right, great. Thank you so much. Yeah, please give back the mic. And lastly, I'll call one volunteer. Marine, please, can you stand? Tell us who you got to speak with, your name, and a little about yourself.
Okay, thank you very much. I spoke to Paul.
Where's Paul?
Yes, and I got to know him as my senior. Like, he once did economics before, and that's my field of study.
Okay.
And I spoke to Helen.
Helen,
She's a student of RIM studying pharmacy, something like that. And I also spoke to Emmanuel. He's a student in the University of Boya.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Do have a good time at the Wisdom Room 33rd edition. Please put your hands together.
Ribbon Room. Welcome to Istanbul, Istanbul, Istanbul. I'm blessed to be Istanbul, home of wisdom, Istanbul, oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, before you tonight stands not just a person, but a movement. Not just a speaker, but a voice of purpose. Not just a leader, but a builder of people. Some leaders teach theories, but she awakens destiny. Some leaders talk about change, but she raises change makers. She is the visionary behind Crema Africa, where purpose is discovered and confidence is restored. The founder of Reza Care Foundation, touching widows, orphans, and vulnerable communities, and the force behind St. Reza Leadership Academy, where leaders rise with confidence. She is a mentor to the uncertain, a guide to the rising, a light to the next generation. Author, speaker, visionary, a rare breed, proven by impact. Tonight, listen not only with your ears, but with your spirit, because the woman coming to this stage carries wisdom and transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as we welcome the one, the only Lady Risa. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Are you happy? If you're happy, say yes. So why are you not happy? Those who did not say yes. What's making you sad? Tell me. We have the same president, best president in Africa, of course. We all live in Cameroon, Africa in miniature. We have everything we need, so why are you not happy? Are you happy? Even if you are not, I'm sure by the end of this session you will be. Thank you for coming for Wisdom Room. We call this place the School of Life, where we get to teach you lessons that shape your outcome. And if we are still standing, it's because we are doing something good. One of the ways to know a place that is going to fall is that they cannot stand the test of time. One of the ways to know a place that is creating actual impact is that they have stood the test of time. And so for so many years, we keep doing the same thing over and over. But then we are encouraged to continue because we are seeing the results. So we are here at the 33rd edition of the Wisdom Room Seminar. I want to specially welcome everyone. If you are attending any of our seminars for the first time, can you wave? Wow, thank you for coming. Please, those standing next to them, can you give them a Crema love hug from a distance? A love hug. Tell them you are at the right place. You're saying it like you're doubting it. Are you doubting? Say you're at the right place. I know this thing. You know, when you come to a place, especially if it's your first time, you begin to feel like, let me just sit and observe. But one of the things I learned early in my youth empowerment journey was to always have the host mindset. Someone say the host mindset. So we have the guest mindset and the host mindset. And the mindset that always thrives in every environment is the host mindset. Who is the host? If you go to a program or you attend maybe a wedding or a birthday party, the one that is walking up and down, trying to arrange everything, smiling, making sure you're comfortable is definitely the host, right? And the guest is there sitting at one corner just watching and observing like what's going on here. If you want to enjoy, if you want to learn, if you want to be impacted by anything that is going on in any place, wherever you are, decide to be the host. Decide to adapt the host mindset. When you enter your classroom, act as though you're the prefect. Start arranging people. Why are you sitting behind? Sit in front. You know, that's the host mindset. And you're the one welcoming everybody. Welcome. Is this your first time? Wow. Thank you for coming. And it's also your first time. Host mindset. Every time you behave in that manner, people see you as confident. People see you as someone that can be trusted. And people see you as someone that has the answer they are looking for. Is that clear enough? Are you ready to act like a host? So turn to the person next to you and welcome them. Like you put together this event. Which host is not smiling? I've never seen a host. You're supposed to be hugging, even if it's your first time. Give someone a hug.
Tell them I'm happy to see you. Are you happy to see me too? I need you to relax. I need you to feel comfortable. I need you to be part of the room. The last activity we're going to do before you sit down, I want to hear from you. I want us to share. We've been at the Wisdom Room for the past 2 years, and we've been learning. Learning different experiences, different lessons. And sometimes you come with the idea of just sitting down and learning from someone. But I want to hear from you today. And this is the exercise we're about to do right now. I want a couple of people to come out and tell us, what are 3 lessons life has taught you so far? Have you ever pondered on that, or you're just living one day at a time? Okay, please sit down. And let me have those who want to volunteer to share. So if you don't volunteer to come out, I'll actually choose you. So I need some I need some young people to volunteer. I need some aspiring leaders to come outside. If you have any plans of being the next president, the next millionaire, the next billionaire, you have any plans of, unless you don't have any of those plans, then you can sit. But if you have any plan, then you can rush outside. If you're not looking at me, I'll choose you. If you're not smiling, I'll choose you. I'm not afraid of your face. Who else? Yes. 2026 should be the year you do something you have never done. If you have never spoken in front of people, just get up first and come. When you hold the mic, something will come for you to say. Yeah. Voila. Good. Yes. How many people do we have? Your friends are coming now. You're counting people that have come up. People are trying to make history. You're busy trying to watch history. You're part of the group counting how much people have made instead of making yours. That will not be your portion. Okay, who are we starting with? Do we have the mic? Yes, tell us your name, what you do for a living, your relationship status, and the lessons life has taught you so far. Come right in. Yes, perfect. Okay, first lady. Where should we start from? Right or left? You didn't come out, you should at least answer. Where should we start from? Right or left? Right, okay. Right. This is my right, from my right.
Good day, everyone. My name
We are going to take that again. You are everyone. Let's have this right. Don't stress me, I will not stress you. We are here to learn, we are here to relax, we are here to be impacted. Yes or no? Yes or yes? Yes or we? Okay. So you are everyone. When someone says, good afternoon, everyone, you respond. Can we do that again? Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is...
You have to wait for us to respond. Let's do it again.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Besem. I school in BGS, Moliko. I'm a upper C student, currently about to write. Okay. I've learned a lot of things throughout this 2026. Although it just began. Okay, what I've truly learned, I will just summarize them into three lessons.
Point number 1.
Okay, the first will be life is the success we want in future does not just happen. You have to work gradually, every day, step by step. The next one will be...
That's amazing. Where did you learn that?
From my own life.
That's nice.
Okay.
Number 2.
The next will be, even if you're at the top...
Even if
I am at the top, always act as though you're at the bottom, because humility will take you far more than pride would. The next one will be always set a goal that is far, 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 far more than you. Because goals give us a lot of things, and the most important is the direction it gives you. Without goals, you're nothing. You literally are just existing. You're not living, talk less of thriving.
That's 3. Thank you. Can we clap for her? She's in secondary school. You are in the university. You could not even stand up. Clap, Jare. Thank you very much, Besem. That's amazing.
Thank
so
you,
what
ma'am.
you're going to do this week is that you share those 3 lessons with 3 people. Deal?
Okay, I will.
Amazing. Next person.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Aliembom Velma. I'm a computer science student studying at the University of Boya, the Faculty of Science. And I'm a volunteer at Crema Africa. If I'm to summarize the lessons that life has taught me so far from the beginning of the year 2020 till now, it will be procrastination will not lead you to anywhere. It's very important.
Can you say the first lesson again?
Procrastination won't really help you. It won't lead you. So I've experienced moments where right now, and I'm like, in the future, this is going to happen, but without really putting the efforts, I want to see that thing happen in the future, and I'll still live that future being the same person I am right now, without feeling the impact I want at that time. So procrastinating the goals we set, because I'm sure many of us are very informed about the fact that we need to set goals, but we set goals and we are unable to meet up to our goals. So if you keep procrastinating, for me, if I keep procrastinating on the goals I've set for myself, I won't experience the change I want. That is the first lesson I've learned. The second lesson I've learned is start with the ideas you have. So
start with the ideas you have.
Yes. So I have been on, I'll say, a knowledge quest, gathering information, gathering knowledge, and what you know, you are not. What I know, I haven't implemented. I have ideas I haven't formed, and I've seen people with the information I have doing great things with what I think I know, but haven't been able to implement these things. So I feel that I should start with the ideas and the information that I already have. The last thing will be, it is very important to belong to a community that keeps you going, a community that keeps you motivated, and always keeping in mind that you never know enough to stop learning. If you feel like you keep going to a place and you think that you know everything that you need to know, well, I can testify that you don't. You always keep learning new things at all places. So I'm happy to be a student at all places. I'm always ready to learn, and I'm a student, I'm learning.
That's amazing. Can we make that clap louder and better? Powerful lessons. Next person.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm called Eta Emmanuel. I'm a student at the University of Boya studying mechanical engineering. I'm currently at my second year. Now, going to the question, the really basic things I've learned in life. Number 1 is trust. Are we listening?
We are listening, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Because one of the things I've realized is that a lot of people joke and play around with trust. For example, you may be working as an employee under your boss, and with little task, your boss may give you, specifically to maybe tasks like maybe keeping money, especially when it comes to huge amount of money. Many people, when it comes to that area, their minds becomes unstable. They're like, oh, I can take this and go away. No, anyway, nobody will see me. But that's a big mistake if you do that as an individual, because there's one thing about life: anything you do will come back to you. I think most of us here, we are science students, and we know about the third law of
Most of us are, first of all, not science students.
Okay,
okay, we got lesson number 1. There was lesson number 2. Trust. Do not mishandle trust, right?
Yes, ma'am. Then, and secondly, love. Love is one of the things I've learned in life. How to show love towards another person despite the differences that may occur between the two of people. For example, me, before I became a Christian, I was, my life was up and down, but I found love in Christ. So that's why I'm talking about love. And the third one is consistency. In as much as one of them spoke about procrastination, one of the things you need to take note is consistency. One of the major things about growth is that if you're not consistent in the thing you want to become in life, no matter how little it is, maybe you want to become a billionaire, but just set out little goals every day and be consistent with accomplishing those little goals daily, and rest assured you accomplish your big tasks. Thank you very much.
Amazing. So you're sharing with us 3 lessons life has taught you so far. Personalize the lessons.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
My name is Folemo Ukesia, and a first-year accounting student at Tritekma University, and also a volunteer at Crema Africa. So the first lesson life has taught me is that no matter how many times life beats me down, I'll always rise up again. I'm speaking from experience because I had my advance in 2023. I left for the University of Chang. I did 2 years there, and due to various circumstances, I had to come back without a degree, and I had to start all over again. I had to go and start again, and I chose another field, and that leads me to my second point, that when one door closes, God always has a way of opening another. And here I am in Boya. I've started another field. I was doing biochemistry, but here I'm doing accounting right now, and it's been amazing. It's like I found my dream, I found my passion, and it's been really amazing. And my third lesson is that put your trust in Jesus, for he will never fail you. He has proven it to me constantly, over and over again, that as far as I trust and rely in him, he will always be there for me, to lift me up when I'm down and to strengthen me when I'm lost and confused. And one of the ways that he has shown me that is that he has brought me to a community like Crema Africa. I have been inspired since the first day I've gotten here, and the movement has been amazing. And I'm here to say, as long as I'm here, I will stay and I will continue to grow and impact more lives. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm called Celine Ketwanze. I'm a youth empowerment activist, and I'm also a beautician. So 2026 has taught me a lot of lessons, but to summarize it in 3, I would say the first lesson is starting early is a great advantage. You don't want to start late, honestly. You don't want to take the chances of starting late. Secondly, submitting under mentorship is the easiest way to go. You don't want to make your own mistakes by yourself. Making your own mistakes by yourself, you're going to waste so much years that submitting under mentorship would have delivered you from. And lastly, I would say, I don't know how to put it, but let me say, that a school does not really have so much to play in my good journey. That's how I can say, honestly. So I believe you understand that's just it. Yeah, I'm not saying there's no go to school, but for me, school does not really have so much to play in my good journey, because being in Kema Africa for just a year now, I would say it has taught me what 21 years of going to school did not teach me. Yeah. Being in a community like Kema Africa for just 1 year has taught me what 21 years of going to school did not teach me. So, not saying you should not go to school, but
don't focus all your mind on schooling. Thank you very much.
Well,
Good day, everyone.
I want to say something about that point. Who taught you that lesson? When we talk about school, there is formal education, there's informal education. So there are different types of schools. So the right advice is choosing the school that is shaping you to become the person you want to be. Choosing a path that is shaping you. School, informal or formal, should be shaping you to be the person that you want to be, right? So if you're getting that knowledge and that information from UB, fine. If you're not getting it from UB, from different school, still okay. Don't go and say they told you at the wisdom room not to go to school. All right, so we are clear, right?
Good day, everyone. I'm called Nadesh Anyi, and I'm a volunteer at Kerma Africa.
Can you tell us your full name?
Nadesh Anyi Beza.
All of the names. Are you ashamed of your names? Okay.
My name is Nadesh Anyi Beza Betong Liwa Tazisa.
Now you see. Her name is a statement. Okay.
So right now, I want to share the 3 lessons I've learned in life so far. Number 1 is nobody owes me anything.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been disappointed a lot of times, which was really unnecessary because I placed all my focus in that someone must help me. If anybody is helping me, it's out of their own initiative, not because they are supposed to help me. Lesson number 2, experience is not the best teacher in life. It is the best teacher, but when it's not your experience. That is the second lesson I learned. And the third lesson is that I don't have much time. If I'm to do anything, I have to start now.
I'm really gaining wisdom at the wisdom room. Yes.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I would like to start by thank you so much, Lady Riza, for this wonderful opportunity. Okay, so my first lesson that I learned in life in general, I think when I was still 7. Shout out to my father who taught me this lesson. Yes, you can clap.
We'll cut this part and send to your father.
Yeah, so when I was still a kid, I used to be very heady. And I used to be very rebellious. When they would say, go this way, I want to go back this way. Go forward, I want to go back backward. And my father used to whip me. So when my father, he one day, he trashed me until we almost fought in the room. He sat me down. And then he started advising me after he had trashed me very well. And then he sat me down, he said, my son, look I want to tell you something. No matter how you grow, you see how I'm tall? He said, no matter how you grow, your shoulders will never be taller than your head. And then he ended there. Since that time, that word has always been, in fact, it has always been in my mind. And I think it's something that started shaping me, and it has always shaped me from that time to now. Like, I started being humble to my teachers, my elders. I just knew that, okay, no matter how maybe I become big or to some people, but I know that there are people that they were there, like people that were bigger than me during my humble beginnings. Those are all people who raised me up. Those are people I'm always supposed to, in fact, I'm always supposed to lie down in front of them. And so it has been something that it has really helped me.
Lesson number 2.
Thank
I think the most powerful lesson there is that you should choose teaching over beating. You can't beat knowledge into children, but you can teach them and just hope that they learn. If your parents didn't teach you like that, you should teach your own children like that. African parenting style can not solve all problems. See, so there are things you tell a child. Imagine his father told him that when he was 7 and he has not forgotten. Now he's 35. It's younger than that. It's like 34.
No,
Okay,
I'm
still
there in
not.
my early 20s.
I'm blessing you with more years.
The second lesson,
Yes.
this was actually, I learned this from my mentor, Lady Grace. Please, a big shout out for her. Yeah, it's actually the law of compounding interest. Little drops of water fill a drum. So, like, each time, she always tell us, each time when you study, each time when you keep coming here, especially for the wisdom room, and you might think nothing is happening, or the people within your circle, they might challenge you and say, oh, since you have been going to that church, since you have been going to that that so-called wisdom room, what has ever changed? I want to encourage each and
Lesson
every one.
number 3.
Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Life has taught you.
Yeah, lesson number 3, what actually life taught me is no one is coming for me, or no one is coming to save me. And so each time I just refuse to count so much on people. If they can help me or if they can come for me, glory be to God. But if they can't, I just keep struggling and striving by myself. Thank you, ma'am.
Nice. Life is also teaching me that you have a lot to say. You can start something small. You have a lot to teach. Okay, next person.
Good day, everyone. My name is Nundu Hilary. I'm an FHS student, final year student. So, for the 3 lessons that life has taught me, firstly, I would say it doesn't help to play it shy. It doesn't help to play shy because I believe
it doesn't help to play
it shy.
Wow.
Because so many of us we have great ideas, so many things to say, good things to put out there, but we are just being shy. It doesn't help, honestly. Secondly, I would say no one is looking at you. If you feel like there is something you want to do, something you want to say, and you really know it's going to help people out there, just do it. And you're not doing it because you feel like, what would this person? Nobody is looking at you. Just do what you have to do and get great. Then thirdly, it takes a lion heart to have a lion share. Honestly,
that's amazing. It takes a lion heart to have a lion share.
If you don't dream big, you're not going to take active steps, big steps towards your dream. But if you dream, so it just takes a lion heart to have a lion share. If your dreams are big, you are going to take big steps. If your dreams are small, you're going to take the steps accordingly. So that's it.
Amazing. Can we clap for all of them? Okay, you can take your seat. I'd like the next set of people to share with us 3 lessons Wisdom Room has taught you so far that has changed your life. Especially if you have been consistent at the Wisdom Room. So let's have people share. Who wants to share? Okay, yes, yes. I should take your smile to be a yes. You're not smiling with me. The guy behind you. Okay. Who else? Are you afraid to stand? One more person. Okay. Let's hear from you. Where should we start, right or left? Where should we start, right or left? Let's start from the middle. Okay, let's go. Tell us your name and any other information we need to know.
Good day, everyone. My name is Dinga Bradley. I'm a third-year medical lab student at Hipmat University. Okay, 3 lessons the Wisdom Room has taught me. Pardon me for that. Okay, lesson number 1. I was born looking like my family, but I would die looking like my decisions. That one pained me.
I was born looking like
my family.
I would die looking like my
decisions. So it actually hurt me because, yeah, I come from, let's say...
Did I teach that?
Yes.
Because it pained me.
One of the first lessons you taught me.
Wow.
Okay, secondly, let's not do on that. Secondly, the second lesson is there's no such thing as luck. Luck is simply opportunity that meets preparation. And the third lesson is you will die of knowledge diarrhea if you continue learning too much. Start with a little you know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Please, can we clap for him one more time? Next person.
Good afternoon, great leaders. My name is Tanga.
Let's do that again. You're forgetting your part. Let's start again.
Good afternoon, great leaders.
Great leaders.
My name is Tanga Esther. I am one of the volunteers at Crema Africa. The first so far, only early starters end up as stars. Like, for example, I'm speaking for myself. I had so many things in mind to do so far, but I decided to start, and I've seen progress so far. Secondly, Mom thought that you tried to do something different this year, and I tried to do something different by taking the online course that Ma is offering. Before taking that, it was a very great challenge for me.
Who is Ma?
Lady Risa. Before taking that course, it was a great challenge for me because I'm working. I do portrait and enlargement. So I was thinking of the time, where it's going to start, and I had a great challenge thinking through. But I decided to start, even if you affect my work time, I'm going to create time to do something different I've never done before. Then the last thing is determination. You have to learn to be determined whatever you want to do. If you are not determined, you will not be able to do anything you want to do. Because this year, I've done so many great different things this year, the start of this year. Because why? I was determined, I was focused, and I was intentional. Thank you.
That's amazing.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm called Jones Matute, a final year management student in UB. So the first lesson I've learned from the Wisdom Room seminar is every problem is a knowledge problem. So the second lesson I've learned is there is no great future waiting for you. You create tomorrow with today. And the third lesson I've learned is that always listen to the voice of purpose, that we all have a voice speaking inside of us called the voice of purpose. We should always listen to that voice.
Amazing.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My names are Nadia Kebong Befubu, and I am a worker. I work at Daisy's Closet. So far, the 3 lessons I've learned from Wisdom Room. The first is life is a battlefield. Whatever you want, you have to fight for it. And if you're not able to fight for it, you will not be able to achieve it. The second is everything great takes time to build. You might not see the effort you're putting in now. Just give it time. Just be consistent. Just like the demonstration last time our mentor, Lady Risa, showed us. You can be putting little drops of water and you're not seeing any change in the juice. But the moment you continue putting it, at the end, you're going to see a change. Change is happening inside you. You might not see it even while attending the Wisdom Room, but believe that change is happening. The last thing I would say is life is spiritual. In whatever you do, put God first. Thank you.
Good evening, great leaders.
My name is Hugh Brandon, a student in the University of Boya studying banking and finance. For the time I've spent at the Wisdom Room seminars, I've learned a lot, but I will summarize the three that has actually impacted my life. The first one is, if you want to see a different result, you have to study history. So if you want to change history, you have to study history. You are saying that you don't want to repeat what your parents did, but you have not studied the mistake that they did. But you just say you will not be like your parents. You cannot change history without studying history. That is one of the things. Then the second lesson that has actually touched me, that your future determines your daily activities. If you're a memes person, definitely your future will be a memes. So what you do today determines what you will become tomorrow. The last lesson that I've learned is about relationship. I would like to say it. Sometimes no one is coming to you for a relationship because they don't feel qualified enough to match your standards. Thank you.
Can we clap for them? The last set of five to share. What have you done differently with the knowledge you've been receiving at the Wisdom Room? I want the last set of 5 or more to share. Yes. First person. Did I choose? What have you done differently with the knowledge you have been receiving at the Wisdom Room? So if there's nothing you have done differently with this information and the powerful knowledge you have received, we should just discontinue the program, right? What have you done differently? Yes, first person. Those who have not come up yet. Okay. I want more people. Let me check a familiar Wisdom Room face. What have you done differently with the knowledge that you have been receiving? I've shared with us a couple of times or more. Knowledge is important. Knowledge is powerful. It is your application of knowledge that proves the knowledge you actually have. So if you're accumulating knowledge and you're not implementing it, your life will not look different from the one who doesn't have the knowledge you have. So what actually makes your results different is not just the knowledge you have, as important as knowledge is, it's the knowledge you have that you have used. Is that clear enough? So let's hear. What have you done differently? Should we start from the right or the left? Middle again. Right or left? Okay, left.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm called Kamini Wonga Claudia Meve. I have a BSc in biomedical science, and I'm presently doing masters in pharmacology. I'm also a volunteer at Crema Africa. Well, the lesson that helped me to change what I've actually going to change from now on is start with what you have. I've always been very interested in doing podcasts and doing video where I talk, and I always feel comfortable in front of the camera. But I used to say that I don't have a good phone, I might not have the content or my voice, I don't have enough followers to actually share to. But I started doing videos, very short one on my brother's status. I post, and even on my TikTok. And one day, Director Becky told me that, Claudia, what you're doing is good, and you actually, with the little that you have, you share and you share well. Keep on doing it, and one day you might have many followers. I think what sometimes keeps us is that we feel like we must have thousands of people before starting what we can do. But with the little we have, there's always one person that will be touched by the message that you are sharing. And the second one is about being, if you want to change, know the history. I think one person just mentioned about it. in my family, there's a lot of some family background and family generational curses that I can call like that. And I used to say that I want something different for my life, but I was never questioning. I was never asking anything. And since I entered Crema Africa, I think it's a year now, and since I've been discussing with Lady Risa, I've been able to question my parents about some things and have answers to the questions I had. And I believe that the more I do that, the more I'll create the future I want to have. Thank you.
That's amazing.
Good evening, leaders. I'm called Kwa Joshebed Momo. I have a
MTN Momo, Orange Momo.
Currently I study master's in conflict resolution at the University of Boya. So what I've been able to do differently was before I started Crema Africa, I was so timid, shy, and all the light. But when I started Wisdom Room 7th edition, it challenged me a lot. And when I went back for holidays, I was able to organize not only one seminar, but 2 seminars with my family, friends, and other people around me, which I got to teach them on a lot, like purpose discovery and self-development. And it has helped them a lot. And up to now, I have a group where I have about 80 members, and we are working and they are learning every day, thanks to the Wisdom Room and Crema Africa. Secondly, what I've been able to do differently is the power of words. I've been able to change my words completely. So at first, I used to speak so negatively about myself and everyone around me. Not consciously. I never knew the power of the words I was releasing. Like, I'm so stupid. I cannot do this. Why have I started eating? I be shameless. All those kind of things. And it was shaping me in a very negative direction, which I never realized until I came to Crema Africa. And I've been able to change it. I've not really completely done it, but I'm still in the process, and it's helping a lot. And lastly, I have been able to go back and ask my parents about some questions concerning me and the family, of which I should not be able to continue with the mistakes they have done and to change something. Thank you so much.
That's amazing. Can we make that clap better? Are you learning from their experiences? Okay.
Good evening, great leaders. Thank you very much, Tidera, for bringing me to Crema Africa. What I've learned here that has completely changed me, the way I do things. The first thing is, nobody's coming for me. I was always used to blaming others for my problems.
Wow.
But here I learned that everything that I am now, I'm the cause. I'm the only person that can change my future. Secondly, failure leads to inspiration. Yeah, it's very bad to fail sometimes. I used to beat myself for a lot of failures. But honestly, I am who I am today to a certain level is because I learned from my failure and I got inspired from failing. Thirdly, knowledge is key. In fact, I noticed that I was too focused on myth and environmental ideologies. I didn't have a separate mind on my own. But when I came here, I discovered that when you learn to think through and analyze things for yourself with the knowledge you get from places like this, it gets to be different from the norms. Thank you.
That's amazing.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chefra Mobis. I'm a student at the University of Boya. So, what knowledge has Wisdom Room taught me? Firstly, when I came to Wisdom Room, I was that type of person that was too shy and I was not confident about myself. And also, the knowledge about Wisdom Room has helped me that it has helped me to start up a skill so that I should have something doing apart from school. And also, with the knowledge from Wisdom Room, our mentor, Lady Riza, she has created a platform that us, the volunteers, can be saving from there. So I'm one of the people that have taken up that initiative to save daily and yearly. And from the knowledge of Wisdom Room, I've been able to build up on myself, because I was that type of person that I cannot take out time for things that are actually important. I always give excuses that, no, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that. And my mentor, Lady Visa, she's that type of person that she don't like excuses. She just wants results. She don't want excuses. She don't want to get any excuse. She just wants to be seeing results. So Wisdom has actually helped me so much.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm called Director Stephanie. And one thing Wisdom Room has actually taught me so much is the fact that only early starters end up as stars. I'm actually a business person, and I've been into this organization for the past 2 years. I've been learning, but one thing that I picked up is that only early starters end up as stars. And I have been able to transform my business into another level. And right now, I have about 5 people that are actually working and selling for me. And I'm so happy because all this knowledge I got is from Wisdom Room. Thank
And how
you.
old are you again?
I'm 21.
Nice.
And secondly, I want to use this opportunity to thank my mentor, Lady Riza, for what she's always telling me. She used to say life is very spiritual. And one thing my mentor will always tell me is that, Stephanie, you are a woman of God, you are a pastor. And that has actually built my spiritual life into something else. Because each time I sit down and I listen to that voice, each time it makes me to always go back to God, pray to Him, and believe me, He has been doing something else in my life. And within 5 years to come, I'll be a woman of God. I'm already a woman of God. Yeah, I'll be a powerful preacher of God. Thank you so much, ma. I'm so excited.
Good evening, everybody. I'm called Coach Arnold. I'm a fitness coach and also a youth empowerment actor and a director at Crema Africa. Ma, thank you for this opportunity. One of the lessons I've learned at the Wisdom Room is that you cannot park in the same parking lot as your parents and expect different results. I think that's one of the first things I heard. So I got to study the background of my family, and I discovered that nobody actually went overboard. Like, everybody went through school, only started working or doing something extra only after they left the university gate. So because of the Wisdom Room and some of the lessons I learned here, like only early starters end up as stars, I started my own fitness community under the Crema Africa canopy. And so far, we're doing so amazing. We're on TikTok. You can check us on TikTok at Get Fit with Coach Arnold, on YouTube at Crema Sports and Fitness Club. And because of the knowledge I receive here, I've been able to create a teaching platform on TikTok, Facebook, and on WhatsApp. And a lot of people are reaching out, and I have a couple of people I mentor, and that is thanks to the Wisdom Room. Thank you, ma'am.
Please, can we clap for them? Like I told you at the beginning, Wisdom Room is your school of life. If you are disciplined enough, intentional enough, and you are consistent enough, you are going to have all the results you're looking for. Consistently listening, disciplined enough to act, intentional to actually evaluate everything that you're doing, evaluate your progress, and do things differently, you're going to have different results. I always say this, there are 2 categories of people. And I want you to go do your research. Check around life, do your research. 2 categories of people you will see alive. 2 categories of people you will read about. Alive or dead, 2 categories of people. The first category are those who lived what I call the normal life and those who live the superior life. The first category of people, those who live the normal life, these are the group of people that are born, go to school, finish school, graduate from one level to the other, get a job, start working, get married, and continue working, and give birth, and your children grow up, and you start fighting with your children like you fought with your own parents. And at some point, you get old, and then you die. Good, nice, normal life. But there is another kind of life we call the superior life. This is a life of impact. This is a path that you choose to make a difference. Those who are on this path are those who have decided that they will not pass through the earth realm without creating an impact. Nobody was born special. You become special through the choices that you make. Everyone has an equal chance to greatness. Everyone has an equal chance to greatness. Time and chance happens to all of us. Some become millionaires and billionaires with the time and the chances and the opportunities, and others don't just know what to do with them. I take you back to the superior life. These are people who decide that I want to live beyond the normal. I want to do something extra. I want to do something different. And so they follow a completely different curriculum of life. They go extra, they learn extra, they follow extra, they are more disciplined, they discover their purpose, they begin to create impact. You see, all of us came into this room, but there are a group of people you will never forget their faces because they took an extra step to come up here and speak, right? So just at the basic level, not going into the details of everything, those who decide to go extra, those are the ones that are actually remembered. Those are the ones that create real impact. I give you two names. You tell me the one you know and the one you don't know. Deal? Deal? I give you two names, two sets of names. Tell me the one you know and the one you don't know. Okay, let's go. Zachariah Thomas Anderson. Do you know the name? Who was the person? His name was Zachariah. I said Zachariah. Okay. Martin Luther King. Wave if you know. Nobody beat you here for waving. Yeah, relax. Next name. Tabu Jackson. Do you know that name? Pastor Chris Oyakilome. Okay. Faith Ngwanyu. It's not about how the name sounds. Samuel Etofis. There's another one. Jovan, the great footballer. Messi. Ben Atangabong. Paul Biya. Whether you like it or not. My mentor says it's better to be controversial than inconsequential. Do you know what that means? Just be known. Better to be known for the wrong thing than not be known at all. So it's better to be controversial than inconsequential. If we say Paul Biya, everybody's hand is up. What don't you like about Paul Biya first? 52 reasons, 71 reasons. Call the name of your father. Whether you like him or not, you know him. You know, one shocking reality in this list of names that I call is that I always include the name of my parents in it. Like I called the name of my father actually, and nobody knew him. In the list of names that I called, the name of my biological father was there. Nobody knows him. This will be you. Imagine 20 years from now, and we are at a seminar like the Wisdom Room, and somebody is teaching. And they say, how many of you have heard of the name Precious Daniel? Everybody's like, oh, never. That would not be you. And they mention your own name, and your own name, and your own name. And everybody is like, never heard of that name before. Because it's the same. The names you said you have never heard of, those are people that are alive today. I didn't just create the names. They are human beings. They are alive. They have children. Some of them have jobs. Some of them are retired, but nobody knows them. So in life, you choose where you want to belong. The one who goes the normal route or the one who goes the extra route. I know another millionaire, but his name is Mark. Not Mark Zuckerberg, it's another Mark. Which McDonald? I'm trying to get that name. Mark Vincent. Have you heard about Mark Vincent? What about Elon Musk? So I'm trying to show you that life is presenting to you two parts. Just in case you are still there thinking that everything is going to work out and everything is going to be great with time. How many of you believe that? Everything is going to be great with time, right? Yes, that's what you believe, but that's not true. Because time does not create, time only reflects. Time does not create anything. Time just reflects what you have created. So you have two parts in front of you. You either choose to sleep through the Sunday, watch your favorite movie, watch the season films to the last season, or step out of that room and go to the Wisdom Room or any other program that is helping and that is shaping you. You either choose to just go to school, graduate, and have your certificate, use it to look for a job, or you step out and try to discover yourself, discover what you do, and create a path for yourself. You choose to be a very good student, have a good CV, and get a good job, or you choose to start a company and grow the company. Now, the reason why people consciously or unconsciously choose the normal path because it's relatively the easy path. The path where you have to wake up earlier than you want to, sleep later than you want to, be forced to follow a certain routine, work hard, have a boring routine. You know, you wake up, you do this, you set an alarm, you're setting goals, you're following the goals, but this other part has no pressure. And 20 years from now, your name is mentioned in the room and nobody knows you. Not because life was unfair to you, but because you made that choice yourself. Someone said on your dying bed, you will either have regrets or you will have good memories. You will be there regretting the things you had to do that you did not do, or you will be there just happy at how you actually used your time. So we have the superior life and we have the normal life. This part, see, one thing about it is all of the parts require sacrifice. Because if you choose not to live an impactful life, you have sacrificed greatness. But if you choose to live an impactful life, you're going to sacrifice a lot of things too. Time, comfort, leisure. What is youthfulness to you?
The season where you visit places, you're telling yourself, I'm not really enjoying myself. I need to go to Mulang Beach. I need to flex. I need to. And there's another one here, struggling, learning, investing, and people are looking at you like the fool. Like, what are you doing with your life? It depends on the path that you choose. Whoever told you that the future will happen to you, like to you? Because the future does not happen, it is created. I've said this 1,001 times and I will say it to you, understand it. That there is nothing good waiting for you in the future. There is nothing bad waiting for you in the future. Whatever good or bad is created by what you are doing right now. Last week I was teaching about the laws of life. Who can remember? Let's see if you even remember the lessons. Last week, the 32nd edition, we're learning about the laws of life. What's the first law that I told you? The law of focus. So let's implement that into these two categories of life. The normal life and the superior life. So this person is, I don't know how to focus. I find it difficult to focus on anything. I don't want to stress. And you have musicians that are empowering your path. This life, I can't keep myself. And you have wisdom words that are helping your path. Like YOLO, you only live once. Don't stress. Don't kill yourself. Don't stress. So you're just there. You're not focused on anything. You're just waiting for the next meal and all of that. And there is this other person that decides to focus so that they can actually have the results. So is someone who does not focus, is always overwhelmed, always feeling like time is passing, always feeling like there are a lot of things that you want to do, you have not done. Everything is always happening to you. But the one that is focused and is strategic is actually building something. Everything you focus on grows. That's the law of focus. We're not going back to it. I showed you 2 laws or 3. And I'm going to show you 2 more today and we answer questions. Everything you focus on grows. What has been growing in your life lately? Think about it. We are at Wisdom Room, School of Life. What has been growing in your life lately? Your hours of sleep has increased. Have you noticed higher tendencies of depression and sadness more than the earlier years of your life? Anybody? Don't be ashamed. Wave, we're here too. Anybody? Are you constantly facing situations you're confused and don't know which one to choose? Are you constantly being afraid of what the future holds or what step you will take in life? Are you always thinking about the things you are going through and why you're going through those things? What are you constantly focusing on? It reflects on what you are seeing. If every single day of your life you are thinking about your problems will continue to grow. Because whatever you focus on grows. That's why from the time you cannot even remember, your life has not been good. It has always been, you are chief of memes. Especially the memes that talk about, lack, nothing in the pot. What is going on right now? The popular one right now is, yes, good money, bad money, ways of. So you are always drawn to memes that talk about lack because that's what you meditate on, that's what you focus on, and that's what is increasing in your life. The thing about the laws of life, as I showed you last week, is that whether you know them or not, whether you accept them or not, they will affect you. So you always think problems, and you are surrounded with friends who think problems. Every time your friends come, it's about the handout you didn't get, the boy that broke your heart, the food you didn't eat, about the fact that there's no fish or no meat in your food. There's just something you're talking about. Like, why are you not just like the other student that is more advantaged? There's always something that is not going on right that you're talking about. If you continue on that path, I give you one sure prophecy, it will never be well. But if you shift from there to the gratitude path, where you always look for something to be thankful for, you will always see things to be thankful for. If you shift from focusing on problems to focusing on what is actually going right, you discover that more doors are opening, more opportunities are opening. Why? The law of focus. Whatever you focus on grows. So some of you are waiting for when life will be good. See, the reason why I'm constantly sad, I just need my space, I need to be isolated, I need to think. The reason why the sadness is increasing and all of that is because of what you are always going through something. You will go through something for long. So if you want to see a different reality, you change your approach. Why are you always depressed? Was depression created in your family? The law of focus. The law of focus. One of the ways to know someone who will never have money is that they always confess lack. Your name is Brandon, for example. Is there any Brandon here? Brandon. Your name is Brandon, a.k.a. I don't have. Or your name is Sandrine, a.k.a. I don't have. Your mindset will be so used to lack that your mind will begin to fight abundance. Even when you have to do something, even when you see an opportunity, you will shy away from opportunities that bring abundance because your mind begins to fight it. You are used to Yakubu manage. You feel like you want to die, but you not die exactly. You like those kind of things because it's reflecting your life. It's reflecting your life. Every day is management. I told you, an empty pocket is a reflection of an empty mind. Somebody was like, what? They didn't tell you, they told you Wisdom Room was motivation center, they'll motivate you to. Nobody told you that you come and hear the truth. That's true. An empty pocket is a reflection of an empty brain. It's not like there's nothing in your mind at all. It's that you don't have financial intelligence. I know you have book intelligence. You can solve theories and you've learned, you have everything you've learned in school. You know it. You're even passing exam. But when it comes to financial intelligence, that part of your brain is empty and is reflecting in your pocket. And so money will not appear in your pocket if it has not entered your mind. So if you train your mind to be comfortable with lack, your life will be comfortable with empty pockets. Because everything begins with the mind. You will not have enough money to start thinking abundance. You start thinking abundance in order to attract abundance. The law of focus. Everything you focus on, you attract, and everything you focus on grows. Are you understanding? I'm just giving you a recap of what we learned last week. And I'm trying to give you some really practical scenarios. If you keep focusing on lack, I don't have. I've never had. I don't have. Please, can you? I don't have. Consumer mindset. That's what we are taught, unfortunately. And then you will see some misleading memes. I saw one, and somebody said, they said, givers don't lack. I don't see give away to lack now. Misleading. Misleading. Givers never lack. You're giving your time, your effort. If you're giving your money, givers never ever lack. If you are versed with the good book, the Bible does not say that blessed is the one that receives. What does the Bible say? It means the blessing comes on the giver, not the receiver. That's a topic for another day. So, in order to change your reality, you change your position. Law of focus. Somebody say the law of focus. What was the next point we spoke about? The next law. The law of seed time and harvest. This is one of the laws. The knowledge of this law changed my life. Because I realized that I deserved everything I was going through based on the seed I planted previously. I released a book this week titled 10 Lessons That Changed My Life. You can get a copy from after now. And one of the lessons I put in that book was the law of seed time and harvest. I'm not going to emphasize on that because I told you last week. You will not harvest what you have not planted. Life, the foundation and the walls that sustained life, these laws that I'm showing you. You will not harvest what you have not planted. Tell your neighbor. Let me break it down more for you to understand. I take it from an angle that you were not expecting. If you are here, we're not looking at the book now, are we? If you are here and you genuinely, sincerely always feel like you give out so much love and you don't receive love in return. You feel like you're always there for people, but people are not there for you. Everybody that comes close to you betrays you somehow. Everybody that comes close to you, they just do something wrong. And you're like, why are people like this? You are the good person in the story. Not generally. I'm trying to paint the picture of you always feeling like you're not receiving much love. Anybody? From friends, people that you surround yourself with. Anybody? You will not receive what you have not given. It's a law of life. If you are not receiving much love, you're not giving much love. I want you to leave the path of the victim. You always like to play pity party and always like to play the role of the victim. Anything you are not receiving, you're not giving enough. That's the law of seed and harvest. What if you are giving and still not receiving? You are not giving enough. Simple example. There are some of you on your birthday, you put on your status, show me love, Momo, anything, and you put your Momo account on your status. How many people send you money?
You are a thief. You want to reap from where you did not sow because you didn't send anybody momo on their birthday and you're expecting people to send you money on your birthday. Try to implement this law with this simple example. This year, 2026, if you have any friend that has a birthday, get them a gift. On your birthday, you have so many gifts, you don't know where to keep them. Is that not simple? Same with every kind of investment. Same with every kind of investment. You will only receive as much as you have given. I pray you don't understand this lesson when you're 50. Everything you don't have enough, you're not giving enough. Tell your neighbor. Ask the neighbor if they understand. What did your neighbor say? Your future will tell us the seed you were sowing. At this level, all of us look the same, right? Or let me say all of you because you're all sitting in the pew. Everybody looks the same. 5 years from now, we will not be the same like this. Some people will be on the stage. Others will be in different places based on the seed they are planting today. We shared on that last week, so we are not emphasizing on it. Just a recap. All right. What was the next law? The law of consistency. I showed you a simple illustration. People say be consistent. I'm sure when you open any podcast, you see it on people's status. It's all about if you want to be successful, you have to be consistent, right? Is it true? Yes, it is. The part they don't tell us about consistency is how difficult it is. It's so difficult to continuously be pouring into a place where you're not seeing the results yet. And it's more difficult in a generation like this where you want to see results immediately. The reason why Ponzi schemes gain so much, you know Ponzi scheme, right? These companies that came and they said invest 500,000 and get 1 million in 1 week. 100,000 and get, we don't have them now because they were all arrested. But many people run to those parts because it's the easy way out. Everybody is looking for the easy way out. When someone says life is not easy, I tell them that's how it's supposed to be. If it was easy, everyone would have figured it out. The good news is that it's possible. You say, but doing this is not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. You are supposed to work. You're supposed to invest. You're supposed to be there. You're supposed to give it your time for it to work. It's not supposed to be easy. I don't know who has handed to you the curriculum of an easy life. You're now using investor vibes. If I just graduate like this, I just take this 200,000 and just put here. Now I've had 500,000. Now I've had 1 million. You have to work for it. You have to work for it. Consistency could be difficult, but every path that leads to greatness is difficult. Difficult does not mean impossible. Difficult means if you leave the normal to the superior just by doing an extra, you will have extra results. Make sense? Does it make sense to you? Every time I talk about consistency, I tell you the story of the bamboo tree. It is planted and for 5 good years, sometimes 6, it does not shoot. Imagine you have bamboo farm. And every single day you wake up and tell your neighbors, hi neighbors, I'm going to the farm. They say, nice. Every day you go to the farm, you water, you put manure. You water, you put manure. 2 years later, your neighbor says, let me go and see this farm of yours. And they come and the place is plain, nothing. And they're like, are you crazy? You wake up every single day, you put manure, you water this place. And you're wasting your time. And that's what they tell you. You're going to seminars, you're reading books, you're doing this, you're wasting your time. Because there's no visible change yet. So after 5 years, the bamboo tree takes 2 weeks to rise, to shoot right up to the height of like 3-story buildings in 2 weeks. And that's what you people called overnight success. That I knew this guy now, he was just here. What happened? He was there but not with you. He was watering one garden. That's how you say people came out from nowhere. He just came out from nowhere. She just came out from nowhere. But she has been there. In the night when others are sleeping, she's reading, she's studying, she's listening to a podcast, she's writing a book, she's going through training programs, she's building herself. And the day she stands on the stage, you're going to say, how did this happen overnight? It didn't happen overnight. The bamboo tree did not become tall overnight. It took 6 years. But 5 years, within those 6 years, 5 years, 11 months, and maybe 2 weeks, there was no shoot. Consistency. What you do repeatedly shapes your outcome. I'm going to show you 2 more laws and we answer questions. There are so many of them. There are so many of them. Last week when I started this teaching, we established what laws are. Rules, regulations that govern a nation. Whether you know them or not, it affects you, right? Is that what we accepted? And do you know that there is no ignorance before the law? If you commit a crime and you're caught, they take you to the court and you say, why did you do this? You say, George, I swear, I did not know that we didn't have to pass here. They will still lock you up. That's the same way some people are negotiating in front of the court and saying, you have to go to the prison of poverty. And you're saying, I swear, I did not know I had to start my own business. I did not know I had to be consistent. I did not know. So whether you knew it or not, you failed the law. So ignorance is not an excuse before the law. If the laws of a nation are this intense, imagine the laws of life. Everyone you see that is not succeeding is failing at, is breaking a law of life. As you go out today, you look at people differently. Don't take a cab, trek home, analyze everybody you see on the road. Everybody you see, your mother, your father, your neighbor, everyone you see, that according to your measurement, they are not successful in life in some way, they are breaking a law of life. If you're not succeeding financially, you're breaking the law of money. Because money has laws. You could be very hardworking, but you're still breaking the laws of money. Know one of the laws of money? 2 main laws of money. Law number 1, never lose money. Law number 2, never forget law number 1. If you don't know the laws of money, you never have money. If you don't know the laws of relationship, God forbid it will not be your portion, but you never have a good one. You see that grandfather that is selling camphor on the truck, and he's 72 years old. And you see him and you say, this man is this old but this hardworking. That's the consequence of breaking the law of life. I'm teaching you to see life differently. If you understand this, I want to say something, but you get angry. If you understand this, you not pity poor people. You focus on learning how the rich made it rich. They are ignoring a law. It's not a function of age. What if they genuinely did not know there is no ignorance before? You ignore the law, it shows in your outcome. At the beginning, I called two names. You knew one and you didn't know the other. What happened to the others that you did not know? You ignore the laws of greatness, you never be great. I told us last week that there is one good thing our parents did for us. You know what that is? They taught us how to be good people. Most of our parents, they taught us how to have a good heart. You know, did your parents teach you that? They trained you, home training. Give it up for African parents for home training. No. We are good people. Other places you go to, a child of 5 years old is already, I just remember what happened in Yaoundé. Just when I was saying we are good people. Did you hear the news? Horrible. Horrible. Who did not hear? Let me just you. You guys did not hear? I will gist you. If you came for the gist, I'm here for you. Let me finish what I was saying, then I gist you. Good heart. Our parents gave us good home training. They didn't tell us that a good heart will not pay your bills. Because what actually pays your bills is your alignment with the laws. They told us how to respect our elders. You can't even call someone that is older than you by 2 months by name. Here we have Ma, Sa, Auntie, Big Cs. They taught you how to be respectful. They did not just teach you that a good heart will not start a company. Not it alone. Back to the gist. Did you understand that point though? So this 40-year-old man rapes an 11-year-old girl until she dies. Who does that? Who does that? Who does that? It's sad. That's why some of you have to leave Wisdom Room and start speaking up early. It's sad. If everyone here should even do a video about that story, that I don't know how those people have to be punished. This little girl is 11 years old. She has a friend, they study together. Can you increase the volume of the mic, please? She has a friend, they study together. Happened in Yaoundé 2 days ago. Yesterday. I've been thinking, like, what can we do? Should we protest? Should we go online and record videos? What should we actually do? What can we do in a situation like this? Wisdom room people, tell me. What do you think we should do? Should we march to Yaoundé and beat up the man if they have not already arrested him? I don't know. I don't know if they have arrested him. How do you console the mother of the child? Maybe we are going to get a solution. If we can raise up our voices and it creates an impact, we'll do it. It's too much. Also, on my way coming back from Kumba 2 years ago, no, last year, sometime last year, and a lady called me, she was crying. I don't know the lady, I've never met her. At that point, I thought she was someone who is part of the Wisdom Room community or the organization. So she calls and she's crying. The sister is crying. I said, what's happening? They've just been raped. I didn't know who was talking. But I left from there. When I came back, I was already on my way coming back from Kumba, directly to the general hospital. I asked them where they were. They said they were still at home. I said they should go to the hospital. I'll meet them there. When I went to the hospital, I saw the two ladies. I've never seen them in my life. So I said, have we met somewhere? They said, no. I said, okay, how do you know me? They said they have been planning to come for one of the programs, those that they have not come yet. There, the girl and the sister, they went to buy something. On their way back, they were raped. The kind of traumatic, that's a traumatic experience you live it. You literally need therapy. You need healing. Just thinking about it, what can we do as Wisdom Room people? Should we raise up a cry against rape? Should we do a campaign and put it on our status and social media? Do it next week. Next, we'll come with our cardboards and write, say no to rape, any kind of violence. That we are actively against such acts, right? I think we should do something. It might create an impact. Should do something. It's mad. It's crazy. I don't know if there is a law that actually punishes these people. Because I have a friend who was staying with a little girl. This girl was raped by the father. The father was locked up in prison, later released. And documents still show he's locked up and he's released. So I don't know if there is a law. Maybe if we raise a cry saying the youth of Boya are raising a cry, I don't know. I don't know. I just know we have to do something. I'm still thinking about what we have to do. Still thinking about what we have to do. Anyways, I'll give you a list of laws to go study. And I'll answer questions right now. I have them here, but we are pressed for time, and I really want to answer questions today. Study about the law of environment. If you want to know where to study, you can get a copy of the book. The law of environment. The law of identity. If we have time, I'll still teach you about all of this. We are going to have time. We are here every Sunday, so. The law of identity. The law of honor. The law of relationships. The laws of money. And the law of service. Just those ones. Consider it to be your assignment before the next wisdom room. This is the most important thing I want you to have at the back of your mind. There is no ignorance before the law. Sacrifice time, read the books, attend the seminars, get a mentor, make sure you have knowledge enough to do the right thing. There are people who are existing and people who are living. People who are just there causing traffic. For those who are actually living their lives, where do you belong? You choose where to belong. I don't want you to be part of the elderly people filling churches and asking for a miracle in the future. Because you came for wisdom room when you were young and we told you the choice was yours. We told you to learn the laws and follow the laws so that you get it right. Do you understand? Say it with me, say ignorance. It's not an excuse before the law. Today, I choose knowledge. Amazing. So I think we'll end here for today and I'll answer questions. Next week, Sunday, we are going to be very privileged to have my mentor here at the Wisdom Room. Those of you that are coming for the first time, I know you don't know. I just realized that April, I can't remember the day specifically, but I submitted under mentorship April 11 years ago. And there's nothing you can tell me about mentorship. I've actually been made by following that path. 11 years. 11 years in mentorship. And we would have had my mentor today, but he has some other activities, currently in the Philippines, but he'll be back this week. And I'm sure we're going to have him on Sunday. I specifically requested that during his session, we should have a question and answer session where he teaches us about life in your 20s. How to have it right in your 20s. What to do, what to ignore, what to change, what to modify, what to cancel, everything. All the laws he followed, all the laws he's still following, and I'm sure it's really going to be an impactful session for those of you that have attended some of the sessions with him. So don't miss Wisdom Room next week. It's going to be amazing. Really, really amazing. And when you're coming, come with so many questions. You receive the answers to all of them. So let me answer questions and we'll run off for today. Do you have a question about what you've learned today or any other aspect of life? We've not been given enough time to questions. So I really wanted us to have some time to answer questions today. If you have a question, just raise up your hand. If you have a question, raise up your hand. 1. Please, can you stand? Everyone that has a question, just stand. This is the normal route. You people sit, and when we are finishing with the last person, you begin to stand. Even if you're still thinking about the question, if you think you ask a question, stand. Okay, who should we start with? You? Yeah. The first person that stood up. Let's hear your question. Next.
Good evening to everybody. Ma'am, thank you for this privilege. Okay, my question is, how do you handle difficult situation like worry, depression, like you have a vision, but at certain points time, you just feel like you are not moving forward, you are stagnant. At certain point, you start losing hope in yourself. Like, how do you come back?
All right. How do you handle difficult situations? And in this case, you're talking about difficult situations that have to do with not progressing, constantly depressed and feeling like you're not doing enough, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The first thing you need to understand is you don't handle life from an emotional point of view. You have to analyze. Always go back to analyze. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? And what can I do differently? So the tendency is that you try to do something and it does not work. You come back and you are sad and you're depressed and you're wondering why the things you're doing is not working. But I tell you the truth, in life, no door is truly closed. You don't just know how to open it. No door is ever closed. So you come back, and sometimes your intelligence cannot power your life, and that's why you have a mentor. You go back to them and you ask questions. I've been trying to focus on this or to build this, but it's not going the way I expected. What could I be doing wrong? And from the wells of their experiences and understanding, they could be able to show you clearly where you are lacking. Do you understand? So is it okay to feel bad when something you hoped for does not happen? Yes, but don't stay there. Develop a logical approach to how things happen. Maybe logical and spiritual. When you're done analyzing all logical possibilities and you still don't see why it's not working, it could be a spiritual problem.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the opportunity. Good evening, ma. I'm Fitnora Jabiaka, a midwifery student at the University of Buea. So my question is, you talked about professing lack. If we're always saying we lack something, we'll always stay at that point. But in our settings, you are surrounded by friends who are always saying, I don't even get me transport today, I don't get it one, I don't get that one. And you feel like if you are saying, I have, even if you don't have, it's like they are putting eyes on you.
You're with the wrong friends.
There's also a situation where there was an intelligent girl, which I know very well. So she used to get awards, scholarships, and many other things. So her friends began to put eyes on her.
You're with the wrong friends.
And it was a spiritual something until she died because of that. So our parents used to say, don't say what you have. Yes, if you have your thing, keep it to yourself. Even you know the thing, no talk more. She don't you quiet. Hold yourself. Even if you know something, even in terms of book work, you know something, don't claim to know. Some people don't answer questions in class because they don't want that they should see them because of such things.
That's true. Very true.
So in such situations, what do we do? Do we still profess that we have even when we don't have? And when we have and we're surrounded with those kind of people, what do we do?
Ask you one question. How did you attract those kind of friends? Because you always attract who you are. Why are you forcing yourself in the wrong circle if you truly don't belong in that circle? The next law I was teaching about is the law of environment. You choose your friends. You don't let your friends choose you. How did you choose the wrong ones? That's where the mistake is coming from first. So having friends is good. Having the wrong friends is dangerous. Between having bad friends and being alone, choose being alone while looking for the right ones. There's another situation, like you said, of this lady who worked so hard and set up a spa still in Yaoundé. On the day of the opening of the spa, the friends poisoned her. They bought a taxi, and when they see she's dying in the taxi, they abandon her in the taxi and they go away. The taxi driver takes her to the hospital. Unfortunately, she does not make it. She was poisoned by her friends. How did you attract those kind of friends? Don't be sentimental about friendships. Don't be sentimental about friendships. I've taught you always to have mutually beneficial relationships. I am close to this person because it's not you being selfish. It's you being intentional. If that person is not going your route, you are the only successful people in a group of unsuccessful people, they will kill you. Ask Joseph. You are the only dreamer. Did you understand? You are the only dreamer. Go to where dreamers are and join with them. Because if you are the only dreamer in the house of 12, the remaining 11 will kill you. Do you understand? That's how it always works. So that's where the concern is. It's not about how you should behave beside those friends. It's about the fact that you are with the wrong friends in the first place. So what do? You disconnect from them. How do you disconnect? Choose between your future or your friendship. And in some cases, like the examples we've both mentioned, choose between your life and your friendship. If you're the only rich people, all your friends are broke, they'll kill you and take your money. Do you understand, Nora? That's how it's done. So about what your parents said, don't share your progress with anybody. Well, it's not a complete truth. If you are with the wrong people, you will hide your progress, of course. If you are with the right people, you will share. Someone you will come to and say, I'm following up a project. This project might land me hundreds of thousands or millions. And they are like, let's pray together. Let's work together. How can I help? Not the one that will say, project. How did you do the project? You know, read for cause. Do you think it's even necessary? What are you still doing with that kind of person? Change your friends. That's the answer. Are you good? Okay, next person.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
I have this worry. They always say, let's leave our comfort zone. But yet, we look for a comfortable life. Which one is wrong? Are we not supposed to look for a comfortable life? We are just supposed to go through hard times and struggle? Or
I don't know about the comfortable life because I'm looking for an impactful life. Yeah, and you never truly get comfortable. You can attain financial freedom where you don't get to worry about certain basics. But you never truly get comfortable if you're on the path of impact. You're always looking up to the next project, the next work, the next person to talk to. So whoever said that lied to you. That's the disadvantage of listening to so many voices. Your mentor should validate if that voice is correct or not. First of all, you're running life on a wrong information. But coming back to comfort zone, what is comfort zone? Do you know what your comfort zone is?
perhaps I'm not really aware.
Exactly. Perhaps you're really not aware. So with your understanding, you have to first understand, rather, what comfort zone means. It's easier to sleep than to stay up and read. So sleep becomes your comfort zone, right? It's easier to watch a movie on a Sunday evening than to take your last 200 and come for wisdom room. So watching a movie at home becomes your comfort zone, right? It's easier to invest in a new dress than pay for a new course just to learn. So investing in a new dress becomes your comfort zone. If you understand what comfort zone is, you will know that question does not really, I wanted to say not make sense, but I cannot say that. It will be harsh.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
But you understand, right? Perfect.
Okay.
Next.
Thank you so much, Ma, for this wonderful opportunity, and thank you too for the knowledge and the insight and wisdom. Good evening once more, everyone.
Good evening.
Ma, please, I wish to ask, with regards to what we have just looked at, the law of seed and harvest. Now, with regards to the story you told us just now about the young girl that was raped to death. Now, I want us to look at the life. Let's forget about the man. Let's look at the little kid. Now, given that you receive what you give, or you cannot give. In fact, you cannot receive what you have not given.
Yes.
And this little child was raped at that tender age. It's not like she's a prostitute or whatever. She went to study. Now, what can we say really happened to her? And also, we also usually talk about our words. Now we say, okay, we are responsible for what happened to us. But we can really say that goes mostly for adults like us. Now, a kid like that, maybe she's just innocent, she's just naive, she don't really, and maybe she may not be talking that negatively. So what can we say? Like if we want to scrutinize the problem, what can we say went wrong at that level?
That's an intelligent question. Very intelligent. Now you have to understand the decisions you make don't only affect you, it affects your children. Take a different scenario. This kid was staying with a rich mom that does home education. She doesn't have to go to any neighbor to go study with any neighbor. Take another situation. The mother was well-to-do and they were staying in a more advanced community. Take another situation. The mother is well-to-do and they decide to further the child's education abroad. Where would she be in that kind of quartier with that kind of situation? So you realize that the decisions you're making right now, they are not just affecting you, they're affecting your seed. Sometimes when you're sleeping too much, your children are crying because they know they'll be born poor. So the law of seed time and harvest is still playing in that scenario, because if they had better harvest from whatever seed they planted, I don't know the mother and what she has done or what she's doing. But how did you find yourself in that kind of quartier? For example, how do you come to UB, to University of Buea, and you stay at Deti South? Not only that, inside, there's something happens to you, Ondongo, inside. If your parents, I don't want to blame your parents, but for the sake of the answer, if they had planted better seeds and they were well-to-do, what are you even doing in Buea? What happened to Harvard? It is well. It is well, bro. It's well. So, we are looking at someone that did not get to a point where she was planting her own seeds and harvesting yet, but she was reaping whatever the harvest was from the seeds the parents had planted. Unfortunately, the reason why you're callous about your life is because you think life ends with you. It continues to your children. Continues to your children. That's the situation.
Thank you so much.
Does that answer your question?
It does. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Last person. Who else? Any other question? Yes, ma'am.
Hey, good evening once more.
Just stand up
everyone.
if you have a question.
Thank you, Ma, for the opportunity to ask the question. Ma, I just said something. You said the decisions we take affect our kids, and maybe it was the fact that she found herself in that environment. Okay, let's say, and also, well, your purpose that you have is allocated to a particular kind of this location and community. Let's say my purpose is supposed to be carried out in Buea. Does it mean there's 100% security where I'm supposed to thrive as a person? Because if we want to consider the environment setting, does it mean there's a particular place that secures you as an individual in achieving your purpose?
There's no particular place that secures you, but your investment and your growth and the results that you have can help you carve any kind of life anywhere. You can be in Buea and your children are not schooling in Buea. You have brought in an American tutor to teach them. You have a home at school, or you started yours. So it's not like your purpose can force you to be in an environment that works at your disadvantage. It still happens with choices. Both of us can have the same purpose, but the choices we make along the line determines the realities that we have. Do you know, in this same Buea, for the past 7 years of the crisis, there are areas in Buea that have never heard a gunshot. It's just your financial level determines where you stay, anywhere you go. Okay, you guys don't like the truth. It's okay. You know, those are hard truths you confront. Yeah. I always tell you, a poor man in Cameroon is a poor man in America or Canada. Poverty is in a person, it's not in a place. My mentor always says it this way, that riches is in a person, it's not in a place.
Thank you, Mom.
Is that clear enough? Okay, next person.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Ma. Thank you for the wisdom and the knowledge so far. I'm called Enotome Glenn. Ma, my question goes like this, or it goes thus, concerning or in relation with what the guy who just said, and with your response that you said is due to the seat of the parents. Ma, I want to ask, because I've seen a scenario where the parents planted a good seed so far, but all of a sudden, the children did not do the way the parents are, or they were not according to their parents. So, Ma, I want to ask that, does it only depend on the good seed that the parents plant for their children to be also the way the parents are?
Okay, good question. However, I was answering that as the other side of the main teaching. The main teaching is that you are responsible for the outcome of your life. We are looking at a child who had not gotten to a point to take responsibility yet and was still reaping from the harvest of the parent. So if these parents planted good seeds and tried their best, and the children decided to take a different path, they will encounter the consequences of their own actions. That's how it works.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Achidi Georgia Aza. I'm a level 200 student in University of Buea. My question is, Ma, in certain times, you actually know what your problem is. There are times that you know what your problem is. Sometimes you even know how to solve it, but for some reason, you just seem not to do it. You just seem to be dormant. So, like, my main question is, how do you, what strategies do you use to wake yourself up? Because sometimes you know your problem. You know that you're even your own problem self. Sometimes it's not anybody that's a problem. You are your own problem.
That's true.
Yes, nobody is actually coming after you. You are your own problem. And you know how to solve your problems. But you just sit and just decide not to do anything. You decide to be dormant. So what strategies can you use to wake yourself up? Can you motivate yourself to? Because only you can rescue yourself.
That's a powerful question. You have the book, Discipline for Better Results. Let me show you something. Give us a minute. Okay. While he's bringing it up, you know what to do. You know your problem. I'm not used to saying problem. You know your concerns. And you know exactly how to solve those concerns. But for some reason, you're not doing it. There are so many things that could be responsible for that. One of them is that you're not disciplined enough to do what you have to do. Because it takes discipline to be able to do what you have to do. So, there are a group of people. There's nobody that is doing something wrong that doesn't know they're doing something wrong. You know that, right? Is there anyone? Mostly, you know, I'm procrastinating too much. I'm wasting too much time. I'm not building. I'm not investing in myself. And sometimes you have bought a book, but you never read it. It's in your shelf or it's in your download. You have not read the book. What you need at this point is the discipline to do what you have to do. I give you a scenario that I hope will play in your mind until you finally get up and work. Imagine that you have a little store in your house, or let's say your room where you live, right? And every single day you go to the market and you buy tomato, you put in that room. Every single day. You never remove the tomato, you never clean it, you never process it, nothing. Guess what will happen after 1 year? It will be rotten, it will be smelling, and everywhere will be a mess. That's the same thing that happens when you gather knowledge and you don't implement. You're constantly overwhelmed, feeling tired, feeling like you know enough, but you're not doing anything because you don't implement what you learn. So the first thing is discipline. The next is action. You never truly know what you know until you begin to act upon it.
Welcome to Wisdom Room. Welcome to Wisdom Room. Wisdom Room, Wisdom Room. I've left. Welcome to Wisdom Room. Wisdom Room, Wisdom Room. I've left to be Wisdom Room. Home of wisdom, Wisdom Room. Oh yeah, Wisdom Room. Oh, I summer in Wisdom Room. Oh, I Wisdom Room, Wisdom Room. Welcome to Wisdom Room. Welcome to Wisdom Room. Wisdom Room, Wisdom Room. I've left to be Wisdom Room. Home of wisdom, Wisdom Room. Oh yeah, Wisdom Room. Oh, I summer in Wisdom Room. Oh, I Wisdom Room, Wisdom Room. Welcome to Wisdom Room. Welcome to Wisdom Room. Wisdom Room, Wisdom Room. I've left to be Wisdom Room. Home of wisdom, Wisdom Room. Oh yeah, Wisdom Room. Oh, I summer in Wisdom Room. Oh, I Wisdom Room, Wisdom Room.
And you're able to do what you have to do, whether you feel like it or not. Next reason is that you're living your life on emotions. You're letting your feelings control what you should do and not do. So when you feel like it, you do it. You don't feel like it, you don't do it. But discipline means doing what you have to do, whether you feel like doing it or not. Do you understand? Do you think we like to be here every Sunday teaching? Some of you are free to just absent the Sunday you don't feel like coming. But there are some Sundays when we really feel like not wearing these coats. Right? Do you know how often I want to give up? Like every day. The difference is that I don't. Do you understand? Because I have understood that you have to do what you have to do even when you don't feel like doing it, and that's how you see progress. Claire?
Yes.
Do we have it? Let's look at the table of contents. Chapter 1, let's read it together. Chapter 2. Chapter 3. Chapter 4. Chapter 5. Conclusion. Let's go to just the introduction. Can we read it together? 1, 2, go. can't hear you. You want to read all of the book? I recommend it for you. Discipline for Better Results is an ebook. It's just about 35 or 36 pages. Read the book. Right? That's one of the books I released. Get a copy and read it. It's going to help you. When you're done reading, come and I'll tell you the next step to take. Okay, yes.
Good evening, Lady Risa.
Good evening, sir.
everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
I'm Shanji Hobson. Well, I just want to find out from you whether what I'm thinking is right or the direction I'm thinking towards is the right direction. Because I always look at the world, like every time when people start talking of issues relating to rape or women issues, like what men have done to women, one of the popular being the rape, like we saw with that case. At times, many people always look at the solution. The solution they always think of is empowering ladies, like looking for things that ladies can do to keep them busy or making them stand up for themselves. But I always look at the solution from another direction. I'm always like, what is the root cause? Why is this thing happening? And the first thing that always comes to my mind is that the men in question, it's not even an issue of the women, because we see a lot of people doing women empowerment, a lot of programs here and there for women. They are giving money for women to do this, money for women to do that, but nothing is really going for the guys. Many at times, they forget about the fact that the problem is because these guys in themselves have not been trained from small. They don't know. They train women on how to become better wives, but they don't train men on how to become better husbands. They train women on how to do well for themselves, but guys have to literally go and look for this knowledge themselves. We guys, most of us, actually come here because we want, but sometimes these programs meet these cities right at their doorsteps. They teach them how to do this, do that. So am I right thinking that the way to solving this is to rather, instead of focusing on training the girls, which is actually good, by the way, but we should channel much of the energy towards the guys, which are the root cause, training them, teaching them that this is the way to go and this is not the way to go. Am I correct thinking that way?
You're correct. It's also something I wonder about. Every lady that says to create impact opens a women program, and I don't know why. So every lady says, most of them, they're going to say, I feel like I want to train girls or women or this. So when men have that same feeling, they train everybody. But when women have that same feeling, they train just women. I myself, I don't know why all the women empowerment programs are going on everywhere. But you self open the one for guys. That thought pattern is valid. And as men, you are naturally disadvantaged in the society in the sense that every single program and empowerment is towards women. So what you do is you work harder. Work harder to know, work harder to grow, work harder to be better. I'm sorry, men. But thank God for Wisdom Room. There's no discrimination. Yeah.
Okay,
Good evening to everyone, and thank you, madam, for this great opportunity. So I'm having two questions. The first one is, last week you said something. You said that everybody have equal chances to succeed. So I would like to know about, like, for instance, the little girl. Are those can we say those chances are actually equal because she never even had an opportunity to work out something for herself? That's the first question.
Okay. The first answer, still relating to what I said before. She never grew up to the point where she had an opportunity to work out something for herself, but her parents did. That's why I keep emphasizing that every decision that you make today, and if you read the Bible, it says it affects you, your children, and your children's children. So one wrong move has affected 4 generations. It's possible that little girl had not yet grown to the point where she takes responsibilities for her actions, but the parents did. How do you, as a parent, trust a neighbor you don't know with your 11-year-old? I don't want us to put blames. The wound is too fresh, for us to analyze it in that direction. But even as a parent, you get to analyze this community where you are, and you know the people that you are with. You know the kind of place. You know where your children study and the kind of people they study. We don't want to blame anybody. The wound is still very fresh. Do you understand? But you have to understand that when something happens that is bad, it means something went wrong somewhere. Don't always leave situations to fate. I hear people say, oh, that child was just innocent. Yes, she was innocent. She was small. She was just going to study. She had nothing at the back of their mind. But now we are looking at the mistake of the guardian that has affected the child. Either ways, there is something that went wrong for us to have that kind of outcome, unfortunately. Is it clear? Okay, ask a follow-up question.
Okay, my second question is...
a follow-up, you said it wasn't clear, right?
Yes, okay. So, what I want is vis-a-vis to what you said last week.
And I said it this week. Yes.
This week, that everybody have equal chances to succeed.
Yes.
Does that statement, does it hold vis-a-vis this situation?
Yes, it does. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Everybody has equal chances to succeed, and whatever step you take in the path of success doesn't affect you alone. You see, some of us, I don't want to put myself there because what I'm about to say is harsh. Did I still say it? What did you do to be poor? Is it not the effect of your father's poverty and your father's poverty and father's? So if you don't change the pattern and you continue like that, your child will be 1 month old and poor. That's the same situation. So someone has planted the seed. It might not be you yet, but that is the harvest of a seed that has been planted somehow. We have celebrities from the day they give birth, their children are brand ambassadors. 1 month old and brand ambassador. The child has a separate account with millions in their accounts. So what did that child really do to be poor? What did you do to be broke? That's why I'm trying to show you that we are responsible for the actions that we take, and responsible for the effects that it has even beyond us. Or to some people, what did you do to be dull? Your father was just dull and the transplant. You have inherited dullness. It's a joke. Laugh. It's okay. Do you understand? Is it clear now? Perfect. Next one.
Okay, so the second one is, as far as our environment is concerned, let's take, for instance, someone in his family. Now we're focusing more on the family where you want to maybe engage into something, but it is your own family who is a barrier to you. So with friends, you can say yes, you can separate from them, but with family, how do you do?
That question comes up almost every wisdom room. Because at some point in your life, you have to transit from dependence to independence. And it always comes with a battle, and mostly from family. When your family thinks you're not supposed to take a certain path, or when they think that you're supposed to do something and you think contrary to what they think. Or probably you have learned, you have been more exposed, and you have more knowledge than them, and they constitute a toxic environment to you. So whatever concerns family is very sensitive, and it cannot be treated on a general note. So I have to know your specific family and the specific pressure, and then I give you the wisdom to handle that. Is that clear? Because I can give a general response, and people take it and apply to their families, and they do it the wrong way. Wisdom means applying the right knowledge the right way at the right time. So you can have the right knowledge, you apply it the wrong way and the wrong time, and it backfires. Especially when it comes to family, it's a very sensitive topic. So we can handle that one-on-one. Last question for the day.
Good day, ma'am. Good evening,
Oh, last
everyone.
2 questions, yes.
My name is Miriam Boa. I'm a crochet artist and an aspiring chartered accountant, and also coordinator of Crema Africa Limbe. You always say that our habits develop, or our habits determine our future. So I've been having this concern for a very long time. And what's that one habit that looks positive on the outside, like on the surface, that's actually keeping young people stuck? And what should we actually do about it?
What is one habit that looks
positive on the surface?
Positive on the surface.
And it's actually keeping young people stuck.
Actually keeping young people stuck. I wrote an article this week, and I think this is one of them. When you accept big titles too early, you're not becoming what you have answered. You're running after positions and titles, and they name more than they value. You will soon acquire a big position, but you're really empty. And what that happens eventually is that you lose it. Secondly, is unnecessary pride. Yeah, you accord a lot of, how do I put this? Pride. Pride is pride. You enter certain rooms that are actually meant to help you, but you are puffed up. And it's still related to the titles. Either because you have already answered CEO of or founder of or coordinator of or director of, you cannot humble yourself to learn. Do you understand? Yes, and because of that, you see more young people become arrogant because they are trying to use position and title to dominate instead of value. Leadership is easier when you are giving out value and people are respecting you based on the value they are receiving from you. But when you get to that point when you let those titles and positions enter your head, you, especially in Boya, everybody in Boya is a big man. So they are sitting there expecting a special invitation before they come to your program because they have a company. But the company is suffering, and the knowledge they need is in the program they are refusing to attend because of. Yeah, it's just one youthful unnecessary pride. That is very bad. It's very bad. So answer as many titles as you can. Attend as many positions as you can, but never forget that it takes humility to learn. And what gives you value is not your title, your certificate, or your position, but your impact. Simple.
Thank you.
That's one of the things I noticed. One of the things I noticed.
Good evening, everyone. I'm called Travis.
Before we come to you, Travis, this is really bad. I see people every day struggling in situations that the help they are looking for is in wisdom room or someone that is connected. You see them making obvious mistakes. Some of you can even point them out and say, this one, you are not really in purpose. You see, you're making this mistake. But organize a program like this, they will not come. Because either you need to give them a special invitation or special treatment because they are president of and founder of. Now, big title, the key small dog. Answer the titles if you want. Oh, I'm telling you something I was a victim of. 6 years ago, I will not even talk like this. Are you mad? CEO of. At some point, I didn't answer any title. I remember there was a time Director Precious even said, maybe like 2 years ago or so, and she was introducing me and she said, the CEO. I said, have you ever heard me call myself CEO? I don't want titles to enter my head to the point that I forget that I have to learn. So a mentee can post something that is very powerful, but you don't read it because you are the mentor. And it's actually an inspiration God gave them for a season you're going through. Yeah. So it takes humility to learn. Answer the titles, don't let it enter your head. Enter the system, follow the rules. Pastor, teacher, CEO, founder, whoever you are, follow the rules and stay there. The way up is always down. If you understand that statement. The day you understand that statement. Yes.
Good evening, everyone. I'm called Travis.
Yes, Travis.
Lady Risa mentioned earlier that she said this statement that we need to choose our friends, not by letting them choose us. For example, I choose this guy to become my friend, and he accepts. That means he's letting me choose him. So I have some doubt written to that statement. What does that mean?
You see a lady you like, you approach her, you ask her out, and she accepts. Where is the doubt in the statement? You choose her and she chooses you. You have chosen each other. It's a choosing story. Right? It means you actually approached this guy and you told him that I like your mindset, I like the way you approach life, and I would like us to be friends. And the guy said, yeah, likewise, I like the way you approach life. But if this guy thinks you're a lazy person and you will delay his progress, he will disconnect from you. And he will tell you, I'll think about it. Any lady that tells you they'll think about it, they don't like you. Tips for guys so that you say we are not talking to the guys. Do you understand? So this guy now says, yeah, of course we can be friends. It means both of you have chosen each other. Is that clear? Clear enough? Nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was the last question. All right, let me have the next book. Just talk about it and tell you how to get it. I would personally want you to get to me if you want any of the copies of the book, because I would like to do a follow-up. Some of you are masters of getting books and never reading them. So the first one, Self-Discipline for Better Results. If you're struggling to accomplish your goals, get that book. And the next book is from the Wisdom Room 31st edition. Was it 30th or 31st? 31st edition. Can we have it? The second one. Not this one. Okay, but this one. This is the first book I ever wrote. Maybe 2 years ago, but I never released it. I released it this week. Released it because I'm having a 6 months leadership school and I wanted them to go through the lessons. They are very powerful. Let me see if we can read the introduction. Then when you get a copy of the book, you read through. Can we have it? Introduction. Can we read it together? 1, 2, go. Yes. 10 lessons. Powerful book. You can get it as your read for April. Or the last one. I have 3 ebooks that I released recently. Unfortunately, 30 before 30 is not available yet. Maybe I'll make an ebook copy available. Just maybe. Do we have the last one? Okay, not now. Love Hawks and Red Flags. Understanding what it is.
Welcome to Western.
Avoid something like that. If you want to have, I know one of the things you're working on in this season of your life is your relationship. Get the book, it's going to help you. Somebody sent me a feedback. She wanted to get the book. She's based in the US, she wanted to get the book. And I told her, I'm going to send it to her for free, and she refused. Said she can't get the book for free. So she actually paid maybe a little more. She sent a message and then she said, I also want you to know that I completed that book on discipline and it has helped me tremendously. My whole system of life has been reorganized and I am more intentional and focused than ever before. The book was a perfect balance between length and the amount of impact that it had. Very well done. I'm also halfway through the Love Hawks and Red Flags book. It is very eye-opening and it's helping me a lot through, although I can't say much about my love life right now. It's just me, personal. And the right person comes along, trust and believe I'll be ready for them after reading this book. So choose your path. Ordinary, go and sleep. Superior, go and read. Whatever path you choose. I hope you get those books and you read them one after the other, and I know they are going to really, really help you. Please maybe be on our feet. Did you enjoy the Wisdom Room 33rd edition? 34th edition next week is actually Easter Sunday. I'm not sure if we are going to have any extra activities, but if we don't, I'm going to confirm before Wednesday, you're going to have the confirmation about the Wisdom Room. How many of you are planning to come next week Sunday? Nice. How many of you are planning to invite somebody? Don't come alone. Invite somebody. Thank you. So next week, by Wednesday, you have the final, Tuesday or Wednesday, you have the final confirmation. If we're going to have the 34th edition, but if we're going to have it, what I promise you will come to pass. All right? So right now, clap for yourself for not only coming, for staying, for learning. Clap for yourself better for what you will do with the knowledge after this. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of Wisdom Room 33rd edition. Thank you for coming. May we pray in Jesus' name. Father, we thank you for making this possible. We know we are not wasting our time. We are learning, we are growing, we are building. We thank you for the opportunity and the privilege to be exposed to the right information at the right time. We ask, Father, that you help us to keep growing. Whatever demotivates us, whatever discourages us, whatever detaches us from the source of knowledge, wisdom, from the place of growth, we ask that you take it away. Thank you because you have taken interest in our growth, and that's why you're connecting us to places and people that can help us grow. We ask that you continue to lead us in the right path. I ask, Father, that in this room you will raise purpose-driven youths in the name of Jesus. I ask, Father, that you will raise people that will completely change negative patterns in their families. I ask that these ones will be the first. If they have to be a first president in that family, the first president will come from this room. If they have to be the first millionaire or the first billionaire, the first minister, however, the first great pastor, whoever, whatever they dream of, I ask, Lord, that they will come from this room. Keep us focused. Let your grace empower us in the places of our weaknesses so that we can be strong enough to do the things we have to do. We ask that you take the glory and the praise as you also take us back home safely in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Amen. If you need a copy of any of those books, get to me directly so that I can also follow you up. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week. We have a meeting with volunteers in 5 minutes. Brief meeting with volunteers in 5 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, before you tonight stands not just a person, but a movement.